Hello BookTube, my name is Elizabeth and welcome to Book Babble. So today I'm going to be doing my weekly wrap-up and my Friday/weekend reads. I got a lot of reading done this week, surprisingly, so I'm pretty proud of myself. I'm not sure why. I worked a little less hours than I usually work, and I'm really getting back into the habit of reading when I'm not doing anything else instead of watching TV, which was a really bad habit there for me for a little while. I was slumping for a bit and I would choose watching television over reading, and I'm doing that less and less now. So I'm really proud of myself that I'm reading more and I'm enjoying new stories. So let's just get on with the wrap up. The first book that I finished this week was The Book of Shadows by Kate Tiernan. This is the first book in the Sweep series. This is the traveling book that Chloe of the Brunette Bibliophile sent out, and I am finally done reading it. It was excellent. In the beginning of the book, I even wrote on here, at like the end of the first chapter or something like that, I wrote, it's a bit too high school drama cliche for me, hope it gets better. And it did. It so did. The first two chapters were a bit hard to get through, but I absolutely ended up loving it. A couple of the things that I did, I put a little heart over here where it says love, and I wrote that section at the end of the first chapter, like I said. I kind of added stuff to what other people wrote, like right here. Someone had underlined this, and I wrote foreshadowing ? Yeah, so mostly I just like replied to what other people wrote in here, or I added some bits of my own and stuff like that. I am in the back here, a couple of the people who had the traveling book before me did like postcards and stuff like that, so I'm probably going to do a postcard and then pick somebody who will get it next and send it off for the next person to take it around the world. I still have no idea who I'm going to send it to, so if you guys have any ideas or if you want the traveling book, please comment down below and let me know, because I am at a loss for who to send it to next. The next book that I read and mostly listened to on my Overdrive app was Seriously, I'm Kidding by Ellen DeGeneres. This was so funny. I have to be honest with you, I really thought that I was going to be like cracking ribs laughing, like constantly just rolling over and laughing so hard like I do when I watch her show or when I watch her stand-up and stuff like that. And I wasn't, so I was a little bit disappointed in it, but it's still Ellen and she's still hilarious and I really did enjoy it. And I don't know if you guys have never seen her book. She has, like, in the beginning she writes as, this is a book for everybody. It's going to have coloring pages for children, so it does, and it's got like, you know, it's got coloring pages, and then it's just got like really funny chapters. Like there's one that's called The Meaning of Life. Yeah, okay. So this is a chapter called The Secret of Life, and it says kale. And I mean, I don't know, there's just some parts that are really funny, and listening to the audiobook was enjoyable because she read it herself, but some of the parts that she has in there, you know, is meant for the book. Like the coloring pages you can't use because obviously it's you know, it's only in the regular book, and this is a library book, so I can't use it anyway. But, you know, so there are some differences in the audiobook than there are in the physical book. Another chapter that just did not work out in the audiobook was like this one. It's called For Teenagers, and it's got a lot of like abbreviations and stuff like that, and in the audiobook she said them, so instead of, it says okay G2G TY for reading, you know, instead of reading it that way, she says, okay, gotta go, thank you for reading. So it's like the impact of the chapter is not portrayed correctly in the audiobook because you need to actually see it. And she even says that on there. She's like, sorry about this chapter, guys, because it was meant for you to read it and you're listening to the audiobook. So, I mean, she understands, and that, you know, some of the aspects of her physical book were not portrayed well in her audiobook. But other than that, it was really funny, and I did enjoy it, and I just love listening to Ellen's voice. She's got a very soothing, enjoyable voice to listen to, and I think I ended up giving it like a 4 out of 5 stars. The books that I am currently reading are Cress by Marissa Meyer. I am on page 460. I am almost done. I'm at the very end, and it is so good. Holy moly. And this is the only book in the Lunar Chronicles so far, because I don't know how many books there's supposed to be, but this book has winter in it, like very, very short, very small part. And it doesn't, I don't even think it says her name in there. You just know it's her because of the context. But it's the only book in the series that mentions a character before their namesake book. So, because Winter's book comes out in November, I'm so excited for Winter to come out, and this book has been so good. I'm really excited for the ending. I'm hoping it's going to be fabulous. I'm a cheater, and I always read the last page of a book, almost always, so I kind of sort of know what happens. Kind of, sort of, kind of, a little bit. But I like the journey. A lot of people are like, oh no, you're ruined for the end. No, it's not the destination, it's how you get there. So, if I know what happens at the end, the most interesting part to me is how we got to the end. So that's why I like to read the last page of a book, because I know what to expect. I know what's going to happen in the end, but the journey of how to get there is even better. But that's just me. So I'm probably going to finish this today. And then another book that I am currently reading is, I'm actually listening to it on my Overdrive app, and that is Ignite. That is the second book in the Defy series by Sarah B. Larson. This came out recently, in the last 12 months, so I'm not sure if there's going to be a third book in the series or if it's a duology. I don't know, but I really, really enjoyed the first one. If you don't know what it's about, it is about a girl whose older brother cuts off all of her hair in order for both of them to go into the military, because if she did not go into the military and disguise herself as a man, she would have had to go into these breeding camps, and that's just like a small part of the plot of the book, but that is why she's in the army, and it's a lot more than that. In the first book, I think I gave a 5 out of 5 stars. It was fantastic, and so now I'm listening to the audiobook, and I wish I could give you a better review of the thing, but I'm only halfway through part 1, and there's 9 parts. So I'm in the very, very beginning of this book, and I'm enjoying it so far. The first book I read, I didn't listen to the audiobook at all, and I read it. And this one, I'm only listening to the audiobook, and the woman who reads it does it very, very well. She sounds older than I imagine the character to be, so it's a little bit not right in my head, but she still reads the book very well, and I am really enjoying it. And then for my weekend Friday read section, I'm going to be finishing Cress, I'm going to be finishing Ignite, and then today I am probably going to get done with, I hate graphic novels because you never know which way they're supposed to go. Okay, this one and this one. No, this one. Okay. Books 8 and 9 in the Cirque du Freak series. This one is Allies of Night. This one is Killers of the Dawn. These are both by Darren Shan, and they're both the color or the graphics are done by Takiri Arai. I'm not sure how to say that name, but I love this book series, and so I decided to read the graphic novel series, and obviously I'm in the night. Well, I'm reading the 8th one right now, but I'm hoping to get done with 8 and 9 today, and I think there's only 10 of these, so I'm right there at the very end, and these books just keep getting better and better. The first couple I would give 3.5 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars. The last 4 or 5 that I've read, I've given all 5 stars. They're just so good, and they're getting so much better, and I love these so much. If you guys read the Cirque du Freak series, I know it was really popular a couple of years ago. I would highly recommend the graphic novel series, especially if you've read the book series and you want to get into graphic novels. This is what got me into graphic novels, because I knew I loved the book series and I wanted to transition into graphic novels and start dipping my foot in the water of the graphic novel sea, and I decided to pick these up because I love the books, and it was a good choice. I really enjoyed it, and now I'm obsessed with graphic novels and manga and comic books and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm currently going to be reading this weekend, Ignite and Cress, and like I said, again, I read a lot of stuff this week, so I'm pretty proud of myself. A lot of it was because of audiobooks. They have been my saving grace now that I've been working. I listen to them on my way to and from everywhere, and I am really starting to get obsessed with audiobooks. I didn't think that I was going to, but it really just gives me a chance. But I'm doing anything other than laying down and reading, I can listen to audiobooks. When I do my makeup, I'm listening to audiobooks. When I'm in the shower, I'm listening to audiobooks. When I'm driving, I'm listening to audiobooks, just everything. So yeah, well, that's all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed it, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!